Hey, everybody, this is Brad Alexander coming to you live again with Get to Know Your Candidate. Folks, let me first of all, those of you who may be watching one of these for the very first time, my name is Brad Alexander. I am a local realtor, um, grew up in the Kyle Butte area, own a business in the Kyle Butte area. My kids are going to school here. Me and my wife, one thing we say is we are invested in the community. So, a little bit about me when it comes to politics. Guys, I am 44 years old, and I don't think I voted my first time until I was getting close to 40. All right. So, I've not been a long time political person, this, that, red, blue, RD, left, right. That's not me. All right. Um, so the more I've been getting involved in this community thing, I've been seeing people vote with an alliance, meaning I'm going to vote with this group. It has nothing to do with the person that they're voting for. They're voting for a group, and that's not who I am. So we are doing a Facebook Live series with all the candidates that I can get in touch with that are willing to get on Facebook. A lot of people are willing to get on Facebook Live. So let's be honest with you, folks. Um, I've not had a great response from all the candidates, but I do have 3 or 4 more lined up. This is number 3. All we're trying to do is I want, as a community person, if you're going to vote, all I want you to do is I want you to vote for the right person that matches your thoughts. And what's a better way than use Facebook to get to know the candidates that you're voting for? So, with that being said, today we have Miguel Zuniga, who is running for Kyle City Council. So, Miguel, who is Miguel Zuniga?
Thank you, Brad, and good morning, everybody here in Kyle. Like Brad said, it's important to get to know your candidates, specifically at the local level, and choose who you believe is the best. Um, my, Miguel Zuniga is just your normal, typical, hardworking guy who cares about his community, who is a family person, who's is very charitable, very compassionate, and I have been doing things in the community for many, many years. Service is something that's important to me. It's part of my character. And I grew up in this area. So I attended all our schools in our great district. And I was supported as a child here in this community. And now that I'm in a better financial position, and now that I've been raising my family, I have 2 kids attending schools here. Um, I want to be much more supportive, and I want to do my part and help our city move forward and grow and help our schools become better, um, just so all of our residents can benefit. So I'm I'm not a politician. I'm running for office because, as I said, I want to help bring in more amenities to our community. My training is in biotechnology, but I have done some developments on some side projects, and that's what really got me involved was just working with cities, working with counties, and it's just an integration of a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, and a lot of support.
That sounds awesome. So you said that you actually went to school in the Kyle area, grew up here,
Yeah.
and are a hometown guy. I mean, that's kind of where we are both the same.
Yes.
Um, have you what? So you did mention that you've been volunteering in the community. Man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of people don't understand that whenever you are president of the PTA or the booster club, or you're on this committee or you're on that committee, that's a volunteer spot, and people are often quick to judge and comment and all those things whenever really, there's a reason why people don't volunteer and do that, because they don't want to put themselves out to that critiquing and all that kind of stuff whenever all you're trying to do is make your hometown a little bit better. So you said that you have been involved. So what have you done um, in the past, whether it be with the school district, whether what activities have you done in the 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 Kyle?
right? Yeah. So, well, my daughter was attending Tobias, so I volunteered there to help their PTA, and then that kind of pushed me forward when she went to Simon to join the Simon PTA. So I've been the executive parliamentarian, where we ran concession stands to raise money, of course, to help our teachers, help our students, just to give them that little extra incentive to do well in school. I also donated a few funds so that kids who do well throughout the month have like a reward that they can get a gift card or something. So I organized and I went and found contributions and I donated myself. The other thing I've done is this year I serve as the secretary for the PTA. And again, we're running concessions, we host activities, and it's difficult to get yourself out there. So there is some pushback from some negative comments, but I ignore those things because I focus on the children, whether they're in sports or not in sports. Every child deserves an advocate for their education. And so that's what PTA does. One last thing that I did just a week ago was there was a stop sign damaged at Simon. I called the city about the stop sign. It'd been a week, no one had done anything about it. So what concerned me was that the city told me, well, that's in the county. So then I called the district and I said, who is responsible? Who higher up do I need to speak to? Because it looks negative to have a damaged stop sign at an intersection, specifically in front of a school. So then someone at district pointed me to our commissioners. So I spoke with our commissioner and we got that rectified. So this is the involvement that I have. I've also been in my HOA, an advocate for safety. I saw a dog get hit at a bus stop, and I called the city, told them about it, told them how dangerous it was. We had drivers going by 40 miles an hour, and I was able to talk with Public Works, get 7 additional speed limit slow down signs in our neighborhood. I've also been a voice for TSEC, in which we've got this wastewater treatment plant here at Waterleaf. It has caused some smells to our community, some not so pleasant smells. So I got information about what are the gallons of this treated water that are getting pushed into Plum Creek. How are we affecting the wildlife? So this is the stuff that I've been doing as a community member, not being in office. So I'm going to continue this kind of work because I believe it's important to participate and just to have people to volunteer. So even if there's pushback, if there's negativity, if there's bad comments, I still believe you should look at improving something every day in your community.
Absolutely. We were raised here, educated here, and this is home. So you know you're either going to make it better or you're going to make it worse. You can't stay. I, as you well know, I'm an old coach, so I get those. You can't stand on the fence. You've either got to be on one side or the other. And it seems like you've been on the side to try to make our community better in any way that you can.
Yes.
Um, why city council? Why the city council? Why did you choose that route versus school board, county office, anything like that? Why the city council?
City council was the next sort of platform. I did try school board many years back. I was inexperienced and I ran against a very good candidate. Um, and I like everybody who is on city council and on the school board, but I believe that it is time for a newer leader. I want to make other decisions. I'm concerned with the environment in our city. I know that there was a development that went on Roland where 50 heritage oak trees were destroyed. City council did not speak up about preserving those trees. So I think that it's important to also, with the drought that we've had, I haven't heard a lot of discussions about what solutions we need to look at to better conserve and reuse reclaimed water. And so this is important. It's also important, as you know, Brad, in the real estate market. If you have great amenities throughout the city, it's going to increase the value of the home for those residents. It's going to be easier to sell. We're going to have a better, vibrant community. We're going to have more people staying in Kyle. We're going to have more home ownership. So I want to be on council to really help policies that grow our city together. I'm tired of the downtown where the businesses are not open very long. They're not family friendly, or we don't have great restaurants to sit at. We're not able to enjoy those parks, and we need to start addressing some of those things. The downtown, the east of Kyle, and also the west of Kyle. I've also seen how the budgets have gone up, the bonds have gone up, and I understand it. We have to manage the new growth. I went to the bond meeting last night. I got information about how we're paying those taxes because I don't want us to become a community that is unaffordable. So we have to be able to afford um, our homes here in Kyle and still support, the district. And what I learned from the bond meeting is that we're paying taxes in stages. So as roads are built, we're paying the principal and the interest for what we're borrowing in stages. There also were roads that were 5 lanes rather than 4. We don't need the 5 yet, so that was an extra. That's more cost right now, but the planning and the idea is that it's cheaper to do the 5 now than to wait later to do the 4. And there was also issues about getting the right. So I went and got more information because I felt we needed that. I needed to all the data so I can make the best decision. And if I do get on council, I will be a very open-minded, observant, and studious person about every policy.
With me, so first of all, I want everybody to know I don't live in the city of Kyle. I live right across the street. So I can't vote for Miguel, his opponent. I can't vote for anybody in the city council. But I will tell you this: I've lived here since 1983 or 84. I have to check with mom and dad to find out that one. Um, it was the, I think, May of my kindergarten year. I went to first grade in Miss Davalina's class. So there you go, folks. I mean, that was a long, and I'm 44 now. Um, but I will say, when I see Lockhart with their downtown vibe, when I see Buda with their downtown vibe, um, and then you see Kyle, and you've got, I mean, nothing against those. We've got 2 buildings that caught on fire, and it just seems like, and I don't know. I mean, I haven't done my duty as a citizen to find out what's going on with that, but I know that we've got those. If we could just hurry up and just clean up those 2 buildings that burnt, um, and then we have a square. If there's any way that we could develop around the square and just have a little downtown walk to some shops, have a drink, have a meal, that would be so awesome for the city of Kyle. And then my second thing is transportation, and you brought up roads. Whenever we were growing up here, and
Mhm.
shoot, whenever me and my wife moved here and back here in '08, my wife still has this concept in her head that, oh, it only takes 5 minutes. I mean, I'm like, honey, when you going to leave? And she's like, oh, it doesn't take, it takes 20 minutes to get anywhere around. So, I really, and I like the idea of going ahead and building a road with 5 lanes versus 4, so that, I mean, the growth is coming. I was at a a commercial real estate meeting this week, and Hayes County is the fastest growing county in the nation. Williamson County, and then El Paso is actually one of the top 3. It's out there. Um, so we are number 1 in the entire nation, and so we're fast growth. People are coming, and we just need to be prepared for it. But as we grow, if you make the city council, I'm going to ask you this: let's
Mhm.
let's keep it Kyle. You know,
Right.
let's keep it Kyle. And I think you can grow and still keep. I think Round Rock has done a great job of keeping it Round Rock as they've grown into this big city. But you know, Round Rock is still Round Rock. So, anyways, my thing is keep it Kyle. Focus on the roads, and we've got to have a downtown. I mean, it's about time. So those are my kind of that's my I don't live in Kyle wish list.
Right.
Um, is there anything else that you would like to let anybody know about you? Let anybody know about the election? What zone, what area are you running? Who can vote for you? What would you like to let people know as we finish this interview?
Yes, so thanks, Brad. I'm running at large, District 3. Early voting starts on Monday. Anybody in the city of Kyle can vote for me or my opponent. It's at large. This is not Republican or Democrat. That's the way I like city politics. I 100% agree with you on that, Brad. I don't think we need red or blue. Um, these issues are too important, our infrastructure. I want to push and see more development on the east of Kyle. I think it's time for a second HEB, another large grocery store. We also need another library. We need a recreational center. These are the amenities I want to start focusing on. We also need mental health centers to help our residents and give them training opportunities. So that's why I'm running too. That's where I'm different. I want to now focus on our downtown and focus on our residents. Um, you can reach out to me on Facebook. You can call me at my cell phone number. I have a web page on Vote for Zuniga for Kyle City Council. I'm always out there. You're able to reach me. I will pick up the phone. I'll text you back. Um, so I hope can earn the opportunity to serve you. This is not about me. This is about helping our community and doing better for everybody here in Kyle.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Miguel Zuniga running for Kyle City Council. Just to remind y'all, I've been reaching out to as many people as I can. Miguel's opponent, um, anybody that I can. So this is not a red thing, blue thing, right, left, RD. This is get to know your candidate. So if you or somebody you know is running for local office, please get them in touch with me so that we can set up a time. The election's going to be here soon.
Right.
So I'm not trying to tell people who to vote for. What I'm trying to do is let them know who is on their ballot so that they can make a knowledgeable decision instead of just instead of just putting on a blindfold and checking a box. Hey, everybody now has an opportunity to go on Facebook and get to know Miguel Zuniga a little bit more. So with that being said, thank you everybody for joining us today. And Miguel, best of luck to you.
All right. Have a blessed day. Thank you, everybody.